Have you ever noticed something strange? Sometimes the people we can't have become the ones we can't stop thinking about, not because they were perfect, but because they were never truly ours. A boy named Arav met a girl during a rainy evening. They weren't lovers. They weren't even close friends. They only talked a few times. She smiled whenever she saw him. She remembered little things he said, and somehow those tiny moments became the biggest memories of his life. One day she moved away without saying goodbye. No fight, no breakup, just gone. Months passed. Arav tried to forget her. He met new people, focused on work, laughed with friends, but every now and then, a song, a rainy day, or a familiar perfume would bring her back into his mind. He kept asking himself, why can't I move on from someone I never even had? Years later, he finally understood. He wasn't in love with who she really was. He was in love with the version of her that existed inside his imagination, because when someone leaves before the story is finished, our minds finish it for them. We imagine perfect conversations, perfect futures, perfect endings, and imagination is impossible to compete with. Reality has flaws, fantasy doesn't. That's why unavailable people often feel more attractive, not because they're better, but because they remain unfinished. An unanswered question keeps echoing louder than an answered one. Think about your favorite movie. If it suddenly stopped before the ending, you'd keep thinking about it for days. Your brain hates unfinished stories. Psychologists even have a name for this: the Zeigarnik effect. We remember unfinished experiences better than completed ones. The heart does something similar. It keeps replaying what never reached an ending. But here's the truth. The person you're missing may not be the person who actually existed. You're often missing the life you imagined with them. Those are two very different things. Healing doesn't begin when you stop loving someone. It begins when you stop falling in love with the fantasy. Some people enter our lives not to stay, but to teach us that not every beautiful feeling is meant to become a forever story. And that's okay, because sometimes the people we can't have don't become the love of our life. They become the lesson that prepares us for the love that finally stays.